Good morning. My name is Bridget Nealon, and I'm a board member with Louisiana Women Lead. It is my pleasure this morning to have as our guest Laurie Schlegel, who is a candidate for House District 2 Congressional District. And I'd like to show you her push card and introduce her. Laurie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the moment when you realized that you wanted to run for not only office, but for this office?
Sure. So I'm Laurie Schlegel, and I'm running for House District 82.
82, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So it is the Old Jefferson, Old Metairie, Mike Miley, Airline Park areas. I am a strong conservative Republican woman. I'm also a mom and I'm a wife. And I have a business background. So I used to work for Marriott Hotels and AstraZeneca Pharmaceuticals for over 10 years. But then I felt called just to help people in a different way. So I went back and I got my master's in marriage and family counseling, and I am a licensed professional counselor. So that's just a little bit about me.
Well, what were the initial responses to your peers, your family, when you told them that you were considering running for office, and particularly for this seat, which has had a pretty storied history of your predecessors?
Sure. So my core belief in life is really to that I feel like God gives us gifts and talents to use to serve Him and to others. I mean, that's really sort of how I live my life. So I'm really involved. I'm involved in my community. I'm also been involved in politics as a young conservative, and also I'm involved in a lot of the women's Republican clubs here in Jefferson Parish. So my husband and I have always sort of talked about me running before, but the opportunity and the timing just was never right. And obviously, in politics, timing is everything. And so when this did come about, it was sort of an easy decision for us to make. We did have to make it quickly because my predecessor, or hopefully my predecessor, resigned in January, and then they called a special election for March. So I had to make a really quick decision. And my husband is probably one of my biggest cheerleaders, my biggest supporters. I mean, he literally thinks I can do anything, which is amazing because sometimes when I doubt myself, I just have someone that really just urges me on. So my husband was fully on board, which is probably one of the most important people. And then I also have a teenage son. And as a mom, truly my most important role is raising him. And so I had to make sure, see how he felt about it. And I had a big awakening because he said, "Mom, I love you so much. Do not take any offense to this, but I don't need you like I did before. And I think you need to do this. You have a lot to offer." So with them, I then went to my other family members, and they're fully on board. They actually hang my flyers, do my signs. It's a family affair. So I really feel a true support from my family, which is amazing for me because it allows me to continue on sometimes.
Some districts in our state have groups of people that we sort of label the powers that be, that sort of anoint or appoint the next person in office. Do you feel like you're kind of running up against that obstacle? And if so, how do you plan to get around that? If not, what are the other obstacles that you're facing? And do you see any particular challenges in that area because you are a woman? And how do you plan to overcome all of these obstacles?
Sure. So the powers that be, or what people I guess call the political machine, is an interesting concept to me. It's one I've never fully believed in or put weight into because I'm a true believer that the power rests with the people. It's the people who vote for us. It's the people who put people into office, and it's really the people that we serve. And that's how I truly look at this position. I believe elected office is about public service. It's about being a public servant, and it's not about being a politician. So I don't put a whole lot of weight into that because I really believe in that I got to get my message to the voters, and it's the voters who vote me in. But I'm going to be honest, it is a true challenge because while I may not put a lot of weight into it, other people do. And sort of that's sort of my challenge. So yeah, so running against the political machine is a real challenge. I am a person of faith though. And so I try not to look at the mountain before me because yeah, the mountain can look daunting. But as a person of faith, I try to look at like who's in the boat with me. And I try not to look at the storm around me, because when you start to look at the storm or the mountain, that's when you get discouraged. So I look at who's in the boat with me. I look at my family. I look at my supporters. I have a lot of Republican women with me. And really, I knock doors and I get in front of the voters. And I'm just getting a really good response. And so that's how I overcome. I overcome by every minute of the day trying to get in front of the voters as best I can. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
How has your professional background made you more suitable as a candidate for the political environment at the Capitol?
So I feel like I have a very unique background, right? So I do have the business background. I have over 12 years in business and specifically in healthcare. But then I also have a training as a counselor. So it's a unique skill set, because what I do all day long is I sit and I listen to people and I help them work through crisis. You know, they're coming to me at really tough times in their life. And so I have to listen and I have to make sure that they maybe see a different viewpoint than that they have been, because maybe some of their life choices or their thoughts have brought them to this point. And so now I have to get them to see a different viewpoint. And so I feel like that's what I have to do, and what the government needs today: someone who can listen, someone who really truly cares about people. Because I promise you, if people don't think you care about them, they're not going to buy anything that you're saying or you're selling. And I truly believe in the conservative vision. I really think that that's what's going to turn our state around. I think getting people jobs, making it less about politics, that's really what's going to turn our state around. And that's what I want to do.
Can you describe your that House District 82 for our viewers?
Sure. So I call it like a little U. So it goes from Old Metairie, Old Jefferson, like the Elmwood area, into Metairie, which is Airline Park, Mike Miley by East Jefferson High School. It's a great district. So I'm a lifelong resident of Jefferson Parish. I went to St. Catherine of Siena Grammar School, and I went to Dominican High School. I just love this community. Lived my whole life here. My husband's from here. We want our son to have a future here. And being in the bottom 10 of business climate's not going to get us there. And so I really want to fight for my community.
And what are the election dates?
So election date is March 20th. And early voting actually starts this Saturday. So March 6th through the 13th, not on a Sunday. So it's literally right around the corner. It's been a very quick election cycle with it, you know, with him resigning and then them calling a special election. So
what are you learning from the constituents of that district as you walk it?
So that's the best part, because I really do get to hear what's important to them, and I ask them what's important to them, because it's really, I'm going to represent them as District 82 in the state legislature. So I really want to know what's important. So I hear a lot about jobs. I mean, and with the pandemic, I think that's really understandable. And I think really living in Louisiana, that's really understandable. So people talk about their families. People talk about their families leaving the state, that they want their grandchildren to stay here. So really, I think people are just more concerned about the future. And I certainly validate that. And I just tell them, I promise you, what I can promise you is I'm going to listen and I'm going to work hard and I'm going to serve you well.
If you had to name some obstacles, for example, access or fundraising or whatever, particularly for a woman, what would they be?
So I think more getting people to come alongside us, right? We have to believe in ourselves, which I certainly believe in myself. I just think that you got to help get people to come alongside you and also believe in your message and believe in your vision and have them come alongside you. I mean, I feel like I have sort of a unique challenge, because it's running in a pandemic and you normally have all these community events and civic association meetings and that you can get in front of the voters, but there's just not those large groups, just, you know, because of the nature of where we are. So it is being creative, but it's also just getting back to the basics of really knocking door to door. I actually had a woman call out her daughter when I was knocking her door and saying, this is how they used to do it. I want you to talk to her. And so I just thought that was amazing because I feel people know that they care and matter when you take the extra effort to go in front of them.
I'm very interested that you are still knocking doors in a pandemic environment. I did want to ask you what it's like campaigning in a virtual world.
Yeah. So,
And we do have a question after that. So
okay.
if you'll answer that one.
So I'm very cognizant of people's safety. So what I do is when I knock on the door, I put my flyer first and then I back up about 10 feet so that they can feel safe in talking to me. Sometimes we might just talk through a screen door. A lot of times people, and it's interesting because there are a lot of older people that just really haven't seen people or talked to people a long time. And when I come to their door, they're so excited just to like have a conversation. And so sometimes I'm at someone's door for like 10 minutes just talking with them. So I just try to make sure I respect people, respect their safety, but also able to get out my message. And, why I vote for Laurie Schlegel is really a vote for them.
We have a question from Facebook. I know your husband is in public office. Is that what encouraged you to run? How did you arrive at the decision, which you've already covered to a degree? But I guess the question is, since you've already been through the experience of having someone in the family in public office, is that a part of your decision-making process?
Yeah. So my husband is a judge in Jefferson Parish. And if anyone knows my husband, he is a true public servant. Like his mission is literally to change the system, to modernize it, to make it better, to make our community safer. And so he does inspire me because he's not a politician. He's a public servant. And that's how I really do want to model my public service is to really be about the people. And so, yeah, he does inspire me. He also, in his first race, went against the political machine and won. So I know it's possible. And for everyone out there, just to know, like, whatever your barrier is or whatever your challenge is, it's really possible. And it's possible if you work hard and you're determined to make it happen. So
what is your elevator or stump speech? If you were to meet someone in the elevator and you were going to the 24th floor, can you give us that?
Really quick, it's more jobs, less politics. I mean, we have to come together, and I think that's where my counseling skills will come into play. We have to come together to work for the good of the public. If we're all just on our own sides at a standstill, nothing's going to happen for the public, and we're there to serve the public. And so really being about less politics and really trying to turn the state around and helping jobs to come here, instead of people going to Texas and Florida, where they come here because we have one of the best states. I mean, our culture is amazing. Our people are amazing. And I think we need to tweak some things in order to make it a more, a place where people can have jobs and support themselves.
Where would people go if they wanted to get more information on your platform regarding education, healthcare, different initiatives to address certain problems? So do you have those on a website?
I do. So my website is laurieschlegel.com. So it's LaurieSchlegel.com. So it's easy. It's just my name. And so, yeah, you can find out all about my platform. I list it all out because what you see right here is what you're going to get. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm a very transparent person, and this is what I believe in. This is what I'm going to stand for. And you can find it all there. And you can also go to Facebook too. I'm on Facebook.
What would be your advice to a new person? I mean, you obviously have some experience because of your husband, but a new person wanting to get into politics or wanting to campaign, who just is seeing the world around them and deciding that they want to make a difference. And first of all, thank you for your offering yourself up for public service. You've seen that it is a sacrifice. What would you say to someone? What would you say as a plus and basically I guess a warning?
Yeah. So really, it's have confidence that it's possible. I think that's the biggest thing. You have to have confidence that it's possible. And the more I see women running for office, the more I believe that was possible. I mean, that really did help go into my decision that last year was the year of the Republican woman, or was labeled the year of the Republican woman. That really helped motivated me that like I can do this. And so the more of us that do it, I think the more people that can see that it's possible. So knowing it's possible and really be willing to work really hard to achieve it, and you have to press on, even though you might have challenges or barriers, press on, and just really take it day by day. Like, what do I have to do today to get my message in front of the voters? Because that's really what it's about. And do not lose sight that it's about the voters.
Do you have particular issue areas that, if elected, you will request that you be assigned to work on regarding particular committees, for example?
Yes. So, I mean, obviously, jobs is going to be my huge thing, is obviously changing some of the climate, the business climate, to bring jobs here. But we cannot forget about the first part is education. So I am going to hope to be on the education committee. I do think we need to give parents choices on what schools that they can send their children to. If you continue to subject kids to failing schools, nothing's going to change, right? They're not going to get a good education, and they're not going to get that good job. We have to care enough about our parents and our children to allow them to have the choice of where to send their kids to school. And we also have to invest in other types of schooling options, like vocational schools, like teach people skills. I mean, those are really good, high-paying jobs. Help build a more skilled workforce. I just feel like we need to invest in our kids and our people, because that's the way we're going to turn the state around.
Have you been subject of any negative attack ads yet, or anything like that? Or have you seen that? And how do people generally handle those kinds of things?
No, I have not. And normally with the political machine, it's all sort of back rooms. It's not really sort of front and center. I'm sort of a front and center kind of person. But no, I have not. And I really, again, I just really want to stress that it's about the voters, and really just trying to get them to see that your message, and that you really want to serve them. And that's really what I want to do. I want to make a difference. I believe I have a lot of skill sets and talents and gifts that God has given me that I can use to help turn the state around.
I also want to encourage Facebook viewers to send in your questions right now if you have any for Laurie. And thank you for viewing. What do you think groups like Louisiana Women Lead can offer to young women, older women, anyone who wants to offer themselves up for public service? We are having later this month a training for people who are interested in public service. But from your experience, how do you feel like we can most be of help in a training program?
So I believe that knowledge is power, right? So I think it's important. So some people have already come to me, well, I'm thinking about running for office. What do I need to do? And really giving them the practical things about it, right? Like, how do you go about getting a logo and putting up signs and, making brochures and doing your messaging. And really before all that, I think what really needs to be sort of fleshed out is your why. Why are you running for office? I really think that's the most important question anyone should ask a candidate, is why. And so really getting them to flesh out, like, why are you doing this? What is your why? And then also teaching them all about the practicalities of what it looks like for running for office and running for and doing a campaign. And I'm more than welcome to, if anyone wanted to speak with me about, what have I been doing, or, in campaigns, I'd be more than willing to do that.
Well, we have another question. Speaking of, how have you tackled fundraising, and how intimidating is it?
Yeah, so fundraising is that thing no one likes to do, right? It's uncomfortable asking people for money. Someone gave me some really good advice in the beginning of this. And obviously I was in sales. I sold to gastroenterologists, pulmonologists, cardiologists. So I sold a drug that I totally believed in. It was Nexium. And so it was easy for me to sell. And someone said, Laurie, don't you believe in yourself? And I do. I think I have a lot to offer. Well, in a sense, you're selling yourself, right? You're selling that your vision and what you're going to bring to the table. And so it can be an easy sell. And so when I looked at it that way, it helped me to change that, because really, I do. I think I'm going to be an amazing representative for my district. And I'm always going to remember that it's about the people. So, but yeah, fundraising is not fun.
How did you assemble your campaign committee? How did you draw on the strengths of the people that you know and trust?
So I love my campaign. So the first thing that I did when choosing my team is that you have to be a person of integrity. You have to be like me in that way, that you want to do the right thing no matter what the personal cost. And so I looked for those people. And so yes, because I've sort of been around in terms of the campaign world, I sort of knew who I wanted to ask, and I did. And I love my team. I just feel like when you entrust your life into someone's hands, you better make sure it's a person that has principles and integrity. And I do feel my team is that.
How many hours a day are you giving to your campaign?
I know this is going to really sound corny, but it's really 24 hours 7. I mean, sometimes I even wake up and I think of things. Oh, wait, I need to do that. Because it is. So you having to do all the things of obviously fundraising and your messaging and all and you do have people to help you. And then it's also knocking doors. So I'm out there, knocking doors. So, and then if I have events at night, so it can be an all-consuming thing. I'm so thankful I have a husband who has also taken over dad and mom duties. So that really helps me to rest in the fact that I am having a balanced life because other people are coming alongside me and helping me. So, but it's definitely an undertaking.
Your push card prioritizes your positions as pro-business, pro-life, pro-law enforcement, pro-school choice, mental health advocate. Are these priorities in your district that you think will resonate, or are you just trying to introduce yourself to your constituents um, as these are issues that are important to you?
Yeah, so I mean, those are issues that are obviously important to me. I mean, so when you run an election, I do believe that you should present yourself to the electorate, and this is who I am. And if this is the person that you want representing you, to vote for me. But I also do think it's things that people care about too in my district, because I hear it when I knock doors. Again, jobs. I mean, people do talk about crime. I mean, we have a great Jefferson Parish, we have a great sheriff's department here. But yeah, people do. I mean, crime does happen. I was actually a victim of a violent crime when I was first married, and someone broke into our apartment in the middle of the night, and we found them in the middle of the night. And so I have just a high respect for law enforcement, because within minutes the police came and were able to remove him from my apartment. So I think these are issues that people experience. And I do believe, I mean, this is who I am, but I also think people do care about those as well.
We have another question. You may have covered this, but how do you balance campaigning versus holding a full-time job? How do you plan on doing that if elected?
So I am a licensed professional counselor, but I do work part-time. So I actually do not have a full-time job. I've already talked to my counseling center. I've stopped taking new clients because this will be a huge priority for me. I don't want to give up counseling, and I always wanted to be a part of my life, because I do believe when you are in public office, you should still stay grounded. I think that's the quickest way to become a politician. It's when it's just about that. So I feel like I still want to stay grounded with, helping people, but being a representative will be my biggest priority, along with obviously my family. And it's just being able to find a balance for both. I have an amazing family who comes and helps. Actually, my mom cooked us dinner last night and brought it over. So again, just living by family, and having people come alongside you to help you. But yeah, but I do work part-time.
Well, again, I want to emphasize early voting, March 6th through the 13th. Election day is March 20th. We're getting close to the end of our time. Do you have any closing remarks that you'd like to give our viewers?
I just want to thank this organization so much for having me on. I 100% believe in this and really helping women, just knowing that it's possible, because I really believe that when men and women serve together, we are stronger. So we have to do it together. So I think it's great, just letting women know that it's possible. Also, if you live in my district, I would humbly ask for your vote. I promise I will work hard and I will serve well. And I will be available. I am going to be a person that represents people. So I hope I get the opportunity to serve.
Thank you, Laurie. Best of luck to you. I
Thank
know
you
you're
so much.
working very hard. I
Thank you.
also want to thank Renee Amar, founder and director of Louisiana Women Lead. I also would like to give a plug to a fundraiser party that we are hosting May 1st in Baton Rouge. If any of our viewers would like more information, please go to the Louisiana Women Lead website. We'd love to have all of you attend. It's going to be a good event, a lot of fun, and meet a lot of interesting people. Laura, do you have any questions of us, or do you parting shot, anything like that?
I just want to thank y'all so much for giving me this opportunity. I truly appreciate it, and just keep pressing on with the good work y'all are doing. And if I can help in any way, I would be more than willing.
Thank you so much. Appreciated your time this morning, and we'll let you get back to work.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.